Alright, well today what I was going to do is show people what I do with my concentrates out of my sluice box, my dredge, or whatever I'm using. How do I process them? People say, oh geez, should I get a blue bowl? Should I get one of those tables, the chalkboard on it? I'm not even sure what they're called. Spiral wheel. I mean, what should I do? Well, you could do all that. You can spend a lot of money and spend a lot of time, or you can just first thing I did here was I screened it down to 1/8 inch. You can do a household strainer, it's about that size, window screen, anything. So we got it screened down to that size, and we have about 2 cups of material in here, and it's pretty much all black sand. So what I'm going to do first is a couple drops of jet dry, and I'm going to make sure it's all wet all the way to the bottom. So I'm going to go in there, knead it a little bit, just to make sure the water goes all the way down. I'm going to stratify the material by shaking it back and forth, side to side, kind of like sliding it back and forth. I'm going to tip it slightly to the front and stop. And that's when I'm going to wash a little bit of the lights off the top there. And I'm going to do the thing again. Bring it all the way back. And I'm just going to wash the top off here. Same thing. About three strokes, and then do it again. See there? I'm almost all black sand now. Now the reason I'm panning into another pan here is because I'm going to lose gold when I'm panning it. No one's perfect, and some of you may think you are, but you're going to lose gold. It's real easy. It happens. Depends on, it doesn't matter how careful you are. You're going to lose 1 or 2 pieces no matter what. So the best thing to do is just pan into a pan. Pan it twice. Then you know you got it all. See, I'm getting down there now. So I'm down to the black sand here. So now what I'm going to do, see the water is about almost 1 inch past where the dirt is in the pan. You can't see because it's all dirty, but about that much. I want a little bit less than that. I want to be at least like 3/4 of an inch of water around the material. And when I get it there, I'm going to get the gold to the bottom and the front by leaning it forward, shaking it back and forth, and then I'm going to take my hand to the left side here in the middle, and I'm going to take this other hand and I'm going to bump and wash it back at the same time. See, now that I've done that, I'm going to wash some of the dirt back. You can see where the gold's at. I keep on bumping it. The gold's going to the top. I want to bring it back over this way. It seems like it wants to slide down, so bring your hand over to the left. Get that gold up there and that lead up there. Take your snuffer bottle, squeeze it, put it underwater, and then release and suck up that gold and lead and everything else. Oh, I had a little bit of an issue there. The snuffer bottle's not big enough for the lead and all that to go through. So get as much of it as you can in the snuffer bottle. Get another line by doing the same thing. Concentrate it up. At this point in time, you're just trying to concentrate it into a line and suck it up. So, as I was saying, you just bump it up to the top, the right amount of water in there. Keep bumping the gold up to the top. Get it up to the top. Suck it up. See, there's a zipper tooth in there. Zipper tooth. One of the bigger pieces. I'm just going to move some of this out of the way by hand because I can. So I'm not trying to get it perfect. I'm just trying to bump it to the top, suck it up, and move on until there's none left. And I go back. I'll show you what I do then. Alright, so quickly I'm just going to pan this down one time here. And pan this down a little bit so I can check it one final time. As soon as I see gold, I stop. Get it down about halfway from where it was. Same thing, bump, wash back, bump, wash it back, bump, wash it back, bump, wash it back, bump. I'm going to move my hand over here a little bit to move the gold to the middle a bit more. And then, so you can see how much is left there. The trick is not to put too much water in your pan when you're doing this. Like I said, about 3/4 of an inch maximum around the material that you're working in the pan. Okay, well there's still some gold in here. I'm going to quickly suck it up, black sand and all. And that's it. Is there a few specks in there? You bet. Someday when I'm bored, I'll go back through that and I'll get those few specks out of there. Do I want to spend $100, $200, $300, $400 on a piece of equipment to get $10 worth of gold? Hell no. So this is what I do. So now, if you can see it, I got the gold in the pan. There's a little bit of sand in there and some other junk. So same thing, we're going to get the water down to very little because it's proportional force we're talking about here. And then we're going to get it all to one side. I'm going to have to get the end to one side and then get the water out. So now that we got it to one side, we're going to bump it. Barely any water in there, you can see. It's taking that long just to move. Now I'm just going to, I got it up at the top, I'm just going to pull it back. One of the ones sliding down there. So once I pull it back a few times, and then keep on bumping it, I'm just going to get my snuffer bottle ready here because it ain't going to be much longer. We're going to take all this stuff here. I'm just separating out the rocks here by finger. You always have time to clean it up better. So now that I got it here, I'm going to bump it into a line. Suck it up. Can't get that one to go in. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to open up the bottle, pick up the picker, drop them in there. There you go. Still some black sand in there. I could repeat this process a couple times. I did it really fast. Had I been a little more careful, I think I would have caught quite a bit more gold and a lot less sand. Okay, so I panned all my discards again. I'm down to about halfway again. And we're just going to do that same procedure again and just see how much I missed, or get an idea how much gold I missed on the first go round. Because I didn't pan it very carefully. I'd say I panned it not very carefully. Real quick like is what I did. But I can already see. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right at the top here. That's what I missed. Could it be more than that? Well, obviously it's floating on the top, so there is more than that, but I mean, that's less than a couple dollars worth of gold there, so I like to get it all, but I'm not going to worry about a dollar gold unless I'm, I don't know, better be in better material than a dollar. Right, a dollar doesn't make a difference. How much time is worth a dollar? That's what I would say. So anyway, I'm just going to quickly pan this material down here. Just to make sure I got it all. And I will say that if you're just starting out and you've never done this before, I would recommend doing a teaspoon of material at a time instead of what I did, which was the whole 9 yards. I've been doing this for over 10 years. There goes a chunk of lead. So I'm pretty good at it. And see, one little micro speck, 2, 3 little fly poops, 4 fly poops. Okay. So anyway, I could suck those up, but I just wanted to show